So far this semester, you've used several free, powerful web design tools. One, the Atom text editor, and two, the web inspector that's built into your favorite browser. There's one more tool that I found extremely valuable in recent years, and it's called CodePen. As you've learned about HTML and CSS, you may have run across something similar to CodePen. Little editable snippets of code and a live preview of what the result would look like. If you browse a site like Stack Overflow, where you can ask developers questions, you'll often find that the posted answers include links to CodePen. In fact, this tool has become so popular. Let's take a look at the border collapse page on the Mozilla Developer Network. If you scroll past their introduction to the property and its values, they'll have an example HTML and CSS snippet. And at the bottom of that example, you can actually click a link to open this example in CodePen. And what you see is actually the HTML and CSS used to build their example. And you can edit this code and become a master at using the border collapse property all on your own just by editing this starter code. Now, I see CodePen examples becoming more common on all of the popular documentation sites, and it's a tool that will help you share code both with me, your instructor, and your fellow students, or really anyone on the web. So this week, I want you to sign up for your own account. It's completely free, and every student is expected to create their own CodePen. So once you're signed up and signed in, you can click on the Create button in the top right and click New Pen. And you are expected to contribute a CodePen that demonstrates concepts from your assigned chapter. So that might be tables, forms, or even embedded media. And you can use CodePen to build this example. Let me show you an example. So I've created a pen. It's completely blank. You can rearrange these panels however you see fit. I'm actually going to collapse the JavaScript one so that I can see more of my HTML and CSS. Let me type in some sample code. And I am going to just write a really simple selector, nothing fancy. And the live preview that you see at the bottom is my favorite feature. CodePen automatically links the HTML from the panel over there and the CSS from the panel over there and gives you a live preview of what that looks like. Now, if you're not seeing the live preview, you can actually go into the settings, and then underneath behavior, there's a way to tell it to enable auto-updating the preview. If you don't have that enabled, you might see one more button at the top that says Run, and that would actually tell your preview to refresh. So how is this different than a web inspector? Well, honestly, I still use both tools. The advantage of a CodePen like this is it can be saved and shared. So first you click Save up at the top, and then there are buttons that appear down at the bottom that you can use to export or post on social media. But actually the URL up at the top right here, this is actually shareable by default. So you can copy that with Command-C or right-click and copy, and you can paste that to send to anyone. You can paste it in Slack for your teammates to look at, and they can start by making a copy of your code and tweaking it further. Or this is the URL that you can actually put in the Google Slides presentation that you're building with your team. So really, that's it. You have your own free CodePen account. The last thing that I want to leave you with is a quick look at their Explore page. Here you can find real, workable, and really very cool examples of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Each one of these that you click on, you can see the source code, you can take them apart and tinker with them and make them your own. So have fun, and I look forward to seeing the examples that you build for your team projects this week.